What is up, guys? Welcome to the 5th episode of the Panda podcast. Today we have a very special guest. Went to school with him, gets a grade above me, but he's the one that helped me. He introduced me to a lot of people in streaming, and he himself is a streamer. He is in the military. I think he's still in the military, or in, at least I know he does cop work. He's in whatever, 911, that kind of thing. Anyway, some of you may know him, some of you may not. It's DocPalmer. I've known him my whole life, pretty much high school life, cast me on. And we got him on today. So we're going to meet him. The cat is opening my fucking door. Come here, cutie. Come here. Come here. Come here, Angel. So I'm going to get this swapped over, get this cat back out the door because you just watched it come in. And let's meet DocPalmer. Today's episode is sponsored by me. Now, if you're wondering what I mean by me, fuck, is merch. We have a merch link. It'll be down in the bio. We'll have everything down there if you want to go click on it. Anything that is bought or tipped or whatever goes directly back into the stream to make all this better. So if you feel like, hey, my microphone is inadequate, money goes to my microphone. If I feel like my lighting is inadequate, I will just, get them, and everything will go toward it. So thank y'all for enjoying this podcast. If you want to, contribute, that's fine. If not, you want to hang out and just watch, that's fine too. Appreciate y'all sticking around. And that was my commercial break. Hello, Mr. Palmer.
Well, what's up, buddy?
How's it going? You got a cat. I got a deal. Oh, God, it's chasing my mouse. Hold on. Fucking thing. Hold on. It's a great way to start the podcast, just a cat coming in behind me. I got to get up and walk out of here and carry this thing out of here. Hold on. You need help. Little shit. All right. Now, you're the first guest that I had that's not family, so.
Feel honored.
A little honored, yeah. We kind of go with the people I know first, and then I'm branching out to other people. So, like, if I have my thing, I'll show you. I'm fanning it out right quick. So I got like talking points for you.
Good.
Hold on. These are people. This is individual note cards.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay, and that's everybody who has said yes to join in. So
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, man, like I said, I know who you are. Obviously, starting it off saying I know who you are, but a lot of people don't know you. So is there anything you want to start off with? Like,
What's up, y'all?
I mean, okay, so I know you got, like I said, I've written down, like, I know you're in military, or you were, or you are in military, one of the two. And I know you work as a cop. And obviously, like I said, streaming wise, you saw back in 2021 that I was trying to stream, and you introduced me to Bud's community. And that was like one big thing to help push me to get me started on it. But how long have you been streaming? Like, what?
I've been streaming about the same time. What started me off was when COVID hit. I got pulled, because I'm still in the military. I'm a 68 Whiskey, which is a healthcare specialist / combat medic. I got activated, and we were working like here and there, but we got activated to help the state.
Yeah.
And so what I was doing a lot of my free time, because we were traveling all across the state, going to different places, was I was playing a lot of Xbox, and I met Bud that way through TikTok, because I've been doing my TikTok for a while. I've been doing my TikTok since 2019, and or 2020, right when it came out, like right when TikTok started to be a thing. And I met Bud that way, and so we started getting some games in, and he said, or he brought up the subject of why don't I just stream, because I play so much. On might as well, if I'm enjoying it, might as well, show people me enjoying it.
Yeah.
So.
And it just pretty much just branched off from there.
Yeah, pretty much.
So your internet is not allowing your photo to be shown, your video.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
hold on, let me see. Maybe I can plug in.
So it just technical difficulties.
Yeah.
It was sitting there and your image had froze, and I was like, okay. So I tried to click off of it and come back, and now it's just showing two squares circling each other.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's one of my things right now too. Is why I haven't been able to stream as much.
You trying to use your you on your laptop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got your laptop set up, you should be able to set up your camera. We'll have a little technical. Oh, now it just shows you a little circle in it. There we go. Got some movement now. There he is.
All right.
But yeah, so like I said, you started streaming. Obviously, I think you started before me. Honestly, like I didn't. I kind of dabbled with it back in 2021. I think the beginning of the year started messing around with it, and then about the end of the year is when you said something, and I found out that my 1.2 megabyte upload internet at my dad's house could, produce a shit quality stream. So that's where that come from. But yeah, I mean, like you were posting like that. Honestly, I didn't know you were actually posting content until you said something about it. So like, I'd been posting crossbow content since end of 2020. So
yeah.
That was just something that I went with and found out, like, because it was always something small, and I was doing everything, like all my content. Like I didn't have what I have now. It was all from my phone, an iPhone actually, and I hated that damn thing. But yeah, I don't know if it was on Facebook or was it Facebook or TikTok? You messaged me and said something about it. I think it had to be Facebook. And you're talking about streaming and meeting Bud, and I got in there. That's when I started learning about with Twitch and stuff, because I don't know, but yeah, Eve, you're basically the one that kind of got me started on the road of streaming. So you're the one that helped me started me to this point where I am now. So thank you for that. I'm glad. I don't know if you knew that or not, but you definitely was the one that got me started. Because when I first started, it was small streams here and there, and only when I was actually at my fiance's house that I was able to actually stream, Call of Duty content anyway. That's when you come in. So, but yeah, I don't think I've ever told you that. I don't think I've ever told anybody that, but I appreciate you for that.
Oh yeah, man.
So
that's pretty awesome.
For the, now my whole mindset of, hey, I'm going to do this. I want to stream. I want to put in. That's in the back. Streaming's it's not really there anymore. I do stream, but if you got me a nice little cup. But now,
yeah, I feel that about streaming.
And I get it. Obviously, we were late in the game. Like me and my cousin talked about it last week. We got into streaming probably too late. Everybody has already had a fan base, or already had something that they get started on. We just kind of stepped in and see what we could do, see how it worked. I don't know about you, but I didn't realize the work it took. I didn't realize the shit that would have to go through in order to do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I ain't got that time. We work 40-hour weeks, or you probably work more than I do. Hell, if you ain't got, if you're not working with what are you, county or city? County. So yeah, if you're not there and you're not, and with the military doing something with, I'm assuming National Guard, right? If you're not doing that, you got your family, so when you get all this when you do have a little bit of free time, like right now, how much time do you have today to do this?
Maybe an hour.
See, that's what I'm saying. So you got to find what little time you can. So my thing had went from, obviously streaming during the weeks to where I wasn't really doing content wise. Unless I was at work, I was getting paid by my job to put videos out. So they don't know that, so it was hard. It's a lot harder. And they're like, hey, you have to find, time. You got to sacrifice a lot of things. And I don't know about you, but family is a hell of a lot more important than all this. So it's damn cat. So that kind of streaming kind of getting pushed back a little bit. I do what I can. I do it as a hobby now. And then I thought about doing stuff like this, the whole podcast thing, which by the way, I forgot to change my filter. There we go. There it goes. So I can do this in the mornings, 2-3 hours a day. And then I got the rest of the day with family. Unless we have something to do, like yesterday, we just drove all the way down to the Gulf Shores. We got up at 5 o'clock, drove to Gulf Shores, spent the day looking at wedding venues, reception venues, and then drove all the way back. So we were gone all day. But yeah, so when it comes to this, it was always put on the back burner. But with your military, you've been in the military how long?
14 years now.
Jesus shit.
I know. I graduated high school in 2010, and we graduate in May, and then so I signed up that December for it.
Now, was you wanting the military? Is that something you always wanted to do, or is it just like, because my brother went and it was because I guess he just wanted to go. Justin left for whatever reason. He ended up going to like Korea and Afghanistan for 2 years in total. And I don't know if he went for college or if he just went for money.
Yeah. So I always wanted to be a soldier. My mom and dad always joked that I never grew out of that little boy stage that plays soldier.
Yeah.
I've always felt that way. So I knew it was what I wanted to do. The reason it took me so long to sign up, not right out of high school, was I was in college. So I signed up with the National Guard so that I could go during the summer when I didn't have classes. Which that didn't pan out. Obviously, I didn't graduate. But being in the Guard, I've done some crazy stuff. I went to Afghanistan twice for a year and a half total. They cut our second one short or our first one short. I don't remember exactly why, but I mean it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad reasons. We just kind of, instead of being there for a full 12, we were there for like 9 months.
Yeah.
I've been to Romania. I went to Romania for 6 months. I've been to Kuwait, Dubai. I've got to help stateside missions, which is really cool. Like I said, with the COVID. And actually right now I'm working with so there's have you ever heard of OCS?
No. Please elaborate.
So there's three major type of ranks in the military. There's enlisted, officer, and then there's warrant officer, right? So I'm working at WOCS, which is Warrant Officer Candidate School. So for the Guard, I'm activated for a little bit, and I just work in med support pretty much. I help teach some medical classes, and then I also make sure that during events that they're doing, like rec marches and PT tests and different like events that are strenuous that might hurt them because these are older people, I'm there in case if one of them gets hurt for like emergency.
So that's where the whole DocPalmer comes from? Or is that like your, like in the military, is that like you were medical, or is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they always say that, that medics are, if you're a good medic, you get called Doc. And I like to pride myself on, that a lot of people call me Doc.
So that's where the name, all right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were in the military, and I don't know. A lot of the people, go for different reasons. Some people want to go because they want to be, front lines and do all that. Some people go for college, and I didn't, Some people go because they can travel. Like I seen where you had went to Dubai. You had posted about it. You had done something on Facebook and posted. I don't know if you posted the damn, like that weird little island shaped thing that they got. You posted something. I don't know what it was, but you had posted something on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, about you going. So do you plan on so with the National Guard, I don't know if it's like Army, you move up ranks and then you retire out, or is this just going on weekends and doing certain things when they need you?
So, yes, to both. So if a traditional National Guard soldier can skate by doing the 1 weekend a month, two during the summer, their summer camp or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've kind of exceeded that. I volunteer for a lot of stuff. I go on a lot of missions. Anything that pops up, I like to be active. I like the Army side, but I also like being able to stay home with my family.
Yeah.
Be in the community, so I don't go active. But I do plan to retire out. The perfect age, or not age, but years in for a National Guard soldier is actually 25. Because obviously it's not like active duty, right? So
yeah,
you only get a percentage. So you can't. I could retire at 20, but you only get like 60% of your retirement. So you get that, which I mean that makes sense. You get the 60% retirement of a active duty soldier that's been there for 20 years.
Yeah,
we're not there all the time. So 25 to 30 years is when you're getting like in the 85 to 90%.
So you still, that's what, 10 more years for you, and then which I mean, with retirement you can still work as like with the county, the cops, right?
Yeah. So, yeah. And I'm young enough. Like I said, I joined right out of high school, so I'm eligible for retirement at 38.
Jesus shit.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I don't get to retire until I'm 65. Damn it. So, but yeah, I mean, everybody's got their path, and you, like I said, it's seeing like people go into the military and doing that stuff. You got more balls than I'll ever have. I had my daughter in high school, so my thought wasn't, I was not going to go anywhere. I'm not joining the military. And I obviously said that if the draft got reinstated and they come at me, I'm like, I'm not leaving her. That was, right. It's just how I am. And that's what, because, having her, I decided getting out of college and supporting her instead of living off family for 5 to 6 years. That just wasn't the mindset that I had. So military was never an option for me. I'm not you can look at me and I support the military. Military can't support me. I couldn't make it through basic. I'd be a crutch on everybody. I know my brother told me, he's like, you have your unit or whatever, and if one person does bad, it affects the whole group of people. If one person don't do this, you all get punished. It's, you're one, not everybody. Yeah, I would be screwed. So I wouldn't be the one who, people would like. But yeah, oh shit. Yeah, we're trying to figure out, like I said, I didn't write a lot down. For whatever reason, I know you, and I know you like from school. I don't know what you want to talk about, personal life, like how you do your stuff. I'm usually open about my stuff, and I talk about a lot of things. Certain things, obviously, I keep private. But what do you got going on, like with life-wise? Like, is there anything you want to?
Life-wise, the job in Anniston that I'm working out at Anniston, for the military right now.
Okay.
So I'm away from home more often than I am home. Which is, surprisingly, it gave me more time to game. We'll get back to gaming while I'm not, at home. I go, I get up, I work, I go to the gym, I come back, and then I play Xbox for the rest of that.
So you're working for the National Guard, playing video games.
Yep.
Being a productive member. Gotcha.
Yep. And it's really funny because I got a whole setup that I do. I have, because when I was streaming, I went out. I don't ever do anything. I try not to do anything half butt. Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, fuck it. Say it.
Okay,
I'm half-assed. Fucking say what
Yeah.
you want. Just obviously not those trigger words. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, I play on a gaming monitor. I went out and got a mic, a stream mic, and all that kind of stuff. I've run everything through my laptop. Like, I plug my Xbox into my. I have an Elgato, right? So I have a whole stream setup that I just run, and so I put a lot more time into that here recently than I have in the last couple of years.
So you basically, when you're over there in Aniston, you're just, if you're not doing nothing, you're, because I know, now that I think about it, the last time you went live, I'd seen you was on your phone. You wasn't where you're at now. You had a little corner you were sitting in. I just thought you got you a new house and a room and set up. So, I was expecting, it's like, oh, look at that. He finally got him a whole setup. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And now I have a little office, a little cubicle.
Yeah.
And I just like hand her everything so that, in case somebody comes in, y'all don't see them.
So how does that work? Like if you have a higher up walk in, you're sitting there going, what?
No. And it happens all the time, and it's funny, but they'll come in and they're like, all right, he's at it again or whatever. They know that if someone came in for medical, that I would like pause. I get up and go check on them and see what's going on and get them what they need, and then send them back on their way and then come back, sit down again. It proves to be, it's fun, and if not, I would just sit there for hours just because I have to sit. If they're in the classroom, they're in the classroom for 12 hours a day. So if they're in the classroom, we have to be there as medical support. We have rotation. Yeah. So, I mean, I have off days, but like for my day, after 7 a.m., because, they do PT and I go out there with them for PT. But after 7 a.m., there's nothing for me to do but make sure that if they come in, I give them like a ibuprofen or a Band-Aid. Or like if they're sick, I'll give them some, like, it depends on what they need. I have pretty much a basic like little pharmacy with like Mucinex, and so if they don't come and see me all day, I just sit here like this.
So you gave yourself something to do.
I gave myself something to do, and they're all right with it. They think it's hilarious. They all call me the nerd up there, so
they need to support the nerd then, because I mean, like I said, if you're in the middle of something, if like you're in the middle of streaming and somebody comes in and you have to go, do you turn everything off and go, or you just let it sit there and you walk away?
So I actually, so on my mic I have a little, like, I just tap the top and it mutes it.
Yeah.
And I just mute. I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. Mute it and run real quick. I mean, because when I'm doing something, unless it's an emergency, it's no longer than like 30, 40 seconds, because they have to be in a class a certain amount of time, or they fail out. It's a very high stress course for them, academically. So they get 2-minute breaks to go to the bathroom, and then there's just, because the bathroom's right next to my office, so they'll like sneak in and see me real quick. I'll give them something, send them out till the next morning. So.
Well, so if you're streaming off a laptop, so you doing OBS or Streamlabs?
I'm doing OBS. A friend of mine, King Mac, he uses OBS, and I asked him when I first got the laptop what I needed to use, and he told me, OBS is simpler to him, and I trust him pretty good. So I tried it, and I have, like, I've had a couple issues, but literally all I do if I have issues is I exit it out, close everything out, and turn it right back on, and it's fixed.
Yeah, see, I've used both. I've run OBS and I've run Streamlabs. The only issue that I have with Streamlabs is it constantly telling me that I need things. You got to pay for things. You got to do all this other stuff. And it's just, I started on OBS, so I just stayed on OBS. And I pretty much learned OBS inside and out over, when did I get my damn laptop? 2022? Beginning of 2022, I was like, I needed a laptop originally to, start up, to have chat pulled up, and then downloaded OBS and started doing everything from a laptop, and then obviously progressed. So for the last 3 years I've had OBS, and it's all set up the way, I like it now. The only issue I have now is this fucking microphone. Like, it's a $150 microphone that every time I turn on my computer, I've got to unplug the cable and plug it back in. $150 microphone. This is a $30 microphone. It's a Yeti Blue Blackout.
Okay.
I got that one, and I had this one that's from my PlayStation, and I thought about swapping. That's why this whole fucking thing's messed up. This whole audio, learning audio is also difficult on OBS. Trying to understand like the filters and all this other fancy shit. But once you learn OBS and someone walks in and asks you about it, you feel like a genius talking about it, and it's the simplest things. So, but no, if you're going to have what you need to do, you need a hotkey like a BRB screen. So basically with your keypad or whatever, like with mine, if I press a number, it'll change my scenes. But so when you're streaming or whatever and somebody comes in, hey, I need this, you just press about BRB helping so-and-so, or you just have a screen pop up and then you come back to it. And if it's going to be a long one, you have one that's like, I will be gone for a while, for a little bit and come back to it. But now, Helen, you're getting paid to do it, so you ain't got to worry about if you're in Anniston, you're getting paid to do it. So, that's what's badass about it. So, but no, man, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes when it comes to this shit. So like when you're there, do you do like post content, or do you do it just in your free time? Because I know I see your videos every now and then.
Yeah. So actually, I'm thinking about shuttering down my content stuff. For about the longest time, I tried to post daily, and I've noticed some struggle with TikTok that kind of pisses me off, because I want to make it because my content and on my own merit. Right?
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but TikTok has been trying to push for me to buy views lately. They keep giving me coupons to like promote my stuff, promote my videos and stuff like that. And I've noticed that like I'm capped off. So I'll post a video and I'll get like 300 views in 15 minutes.
And then
for the next hour, I get 20 more views and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, so TikTok's algorithm is right now, apparently they're pushing, when I first started, I don't know how about you, but instead of doing like the vertical content, it was just like black on top. You had your full screen of your streaming or whatever you were playing, your clip, and then below it was another black screen. So you had the landscape, and they're apparently pushing that now instead of vertical content. And it's like, what's that? The whole point of TikTok was the vertical, Right. So even like to the live streams, like they put out a compatibility mode, and I started using it. It started getting views, but now apparently they're only pushing landscape, not portrait. So apparently that's going to start affecting views as well. And I don't know why they are messing around with it. You get views, like 300 views, but yeah, you want that. I might have one every now and then that I think I had posted one to something about a revenge or something like that, and it got 700 something views, but everything after that so far has only been like 200, 300 views. And that's them saying it, because they don't send it out. If you put your tags in your video, it doesn't send your video to those certain people who follow those tags, or people who constantly look at them. It can take your video of Call of Duty and send it to somebody who likes hairdressing, and they're gonna be like, oh. And once one person sees it, that's where the views skyrocket, because it'll send it out. And they're like, oh, well, you have to make a captivating start. And it's like, but if I'm doing Call of Duty content and I'm like, hey, check out this so-and-so shot, and somebody who does hair is like, I don't want to see that. So no matter what kind of thing you put out, it doesn't send it to the right people. So I understand it's not, it's not going anywhere, but you might every so often, find a wild hair and be able to post off it. got to find your niche, as they say. And mine's obviously the crossbow, and it doesn't do anything sometimes. So I mean, yeah, it's tough. Obviously, we're not as well established as some people. Like I said in the beginning, it's not something that we've done for our entire life. You know, we've obviously gained our entire life. You know, we grew up in that era where we kind of started with like, I'd say like Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, you know, that I did anyway. That's where we started. And we've progressed through all this. We've played all the games, you know, we played all the different consoles. The thought in our head, we were always, I don't know about you, I'm gonna phrase it, I don't know about you. My parents always told me I wouldn't make it gaming. You can't make a living playing video games. You can't go out and just sit down, do nothing all day and just play games and expect to make money.
Yep.
You know, shit's wild, but you can. Not now, seeing the way it is, I walked up to my mom and I'm like, you see what you done to me? You made me go outside and be active. So yeah, man, it's tough when you're starting as late as we have, but you know, you'll find a niche. You'll find something that, you know, you're good at, something you're good, you know, that'll take off. And sometimes it's just not, you know, it's not for everybody. I've learned that, you know, that I don't get stressed out about posting. I just post what I post. I do my own thing. And then here recently, I thought about doing this right here, just sitting and talking to people. Like, obviously my brother doesn't stream. Matt don't stream. He don't do any of that, but he wants to start. Jared streams, you stream. And it's like, I'm just going to go with people I know currently. And I'm just going to sit here and do this because I can sit and talk. Obviously, I've talked the majority of this whole thing where you're just sitting there staring and listening to me. I apologize for that. You know, I want to we just sit and have a conversation, and instead of not an interview style podcast, because like I said, that the point, what I've thought about is trying to get people who don't know you, who follow me, can see what you're doing and go and, like, obviously I have all your links and your socials and stuff on there, and that would allow them to come and watch you and help support you, you know, getting everybody that I can for each person. It's like, hey, go check this person out if you like this person, you know, so they get to know who you are. Yeah. But for whatever reason, I just can't shut the hell up.
Oh, you're good. So, well, then I got a question for you. How are you liking this game compared to the previous Modern Warfares and the previous Call of Duties?
So that's obviously, I say it's a touchy topic. I'm a one-trick pony. You know, I got my crossbow. Obviously, I was a little saddened whenever they nerfed it in, I guess it was Rebirth, whenever they went and done all that damage buffs and then they nerfed it all. It's easy. Call of Duty is just easy. You know, so I put myself at a disadvantage all the time. Anytime I can do something to make myself have fun, that's why I use the crossbow. You know, it started as hey, if I hit my shot, I've hit my shot. If I miss my shot, I'm dead. So I'm not getting mad at the game anymore. I'm not getting stressed out. I'm not being pissed off and ultra competitive about it, which means there's times where I'm just getting frustrated, but not like I used to be. You know, I've kind of gotten out of the whole rage shit. But this game, I enjoy it. I mean, I've only played like twice a week now, but I still enjoy it. I enjoy, you know, playing more so playing with people and just trying to have a good time and have fun with it. So like me, my brother, and buddy of mine, we ran around with explosive tip crossbows and the MGL launcher, the grenade launcher, you know.
Yeah.
And that's all we were doing. And we would sit there and tell people, hey, meet us in the middle of the map for a knife fight. We watched all of them run to the middle of the thing and we just started launching grenades at them. You know, so yeah, it's more about trying to have fun with it. Like, obviously I can hop on and play. And if I actually play, it's not fun. I can get on there and run around with the MCW. That's like stupid accurate. Doesn't recoil if you build it properly. Run around with a sniper, which I can do snipers, but I take too long trying to line shots up, going for a headshot. And in multiplayer, you can't do that. Warzone, maybe. Multiplayer, you can't, So, I don't have an issue with it. I enjoy it. But, like I said, content-wise, I do my crossbow. That's all. I'm a boring person.
It's funny because I game a lot, and I have friends that game a lot that don't know you, or they know of you, and I'll mention a comment about, I know this guy with a crossbow, and they're like, yeah, this guy Panda. Like, you were like so widespread out about your being the crossbow guy that it's not even. It's awesome for me. I'm like, I know that guy. Like,
that right there, that's the one thing. It's like I wanted to make myself known for that. That was my niche. That's my go-to thing, and it's such a small audience of people who are interested in that, because there's a lot of people who like, oh, that's easy to do. It is now, because now I can just shoot somebody in the foot, and in multiplayer it's easy. And I like the fact they changed that. It should be an upper chest head one shot with your regular bolts, and they've took that away. So now I'm just running it and still playing the same way, just not. I don't have to worry about, if I just see a hit marker, I know I can just hit and turn and walk away from it.
Yeah.
But apparently now in Warzone, they've buffed the crossbow damage on headshots, and I think anything from the neck up is now one shot. So if I hit, it downs, and then the explosion is supposed to finish. So
yeah.
I may be making a comeback on that to see how that works out. We don't know. But no, I mean, I've had somebody, like, I jumped into the game first time this ever happened. I was playing a game, and some guy had said something. And I was like, okay, I just went about it. He said something about Panda, and I just went on about my streaming. And on TikTok, he popped up and in all caps was saying that he was in my game. Like, you're in my game? Okay. Next thing I know, I had a friend request from the dude, and he come in and he's like, he wasn't following. He follows me, but it was like he just randomly got put in the lobby. So having that moment of somebody going, hey, I know who you are. And it's like, okay. It's a good feeling, but it's a weird feeling being recognized, on the game rather than being recognized like on social media. So that's a small taste that I got. And I was like, okay, so I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing, but the chances that happen again are going to be slim. So, but no, it is a good feeling, I guess, being known. Obviously, there's so many people on there that one guy you showed me to, the Average Dad Gaming. You showed me on like Rebirth. He does. I follow him. There's a bunch of people. There's a lot more people than I thought that actually run crossbow, but they play more Warzone than multiplayer.
Yeah.
So, but now, man, the last few years have been crazy. And like I said, it's been learning or understanding that maybe I'm not cut out for full-time streaming. I'm not cut out for, full-time content creation. So I do what I can when I can just to have a presence out there. And then, like I said, that's why I started this, because I enjoy talking and not shutting up. So that's just, but yeah, man, like I said, it's seeing where, like I said, seeing your stuff. I try to get in whenever you're streaming, whether it be, which when I saw you on TikTok, I was like, oh shit, I knew you talked to me about getting a laptop. What laptop did you actually end up going with?
I went with an Asus that has a 3070 GeForce. I don't know a lot about computers.
No.
Apparently it's got like an i9 core, and it's pretty good.
Is it a gaming laptop?
Yeah.
Okay, and you use it for streaming?
Yeah.
That's exactly.
My wife, it was for college, but hey.
Does she know that now? Or is she aware that that's not what it was for?
So, which I was looking back to get into school to get some basics done, but I didn't, and now I'm just using.
So now it's just
yeah.
It's a placeholder for when you do go back. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's how I got. Like, I started with mine. I went and bought a MSI. It was like an $800 laptop, and it's a gaming laptop. And well, if it has the capabilities of gaming, then streaming's not going to be as stressful on the the units and processors and all that other fancy ass shit. And then after a year, I finally went and got I don't know if it was a year. Hell, I got this PC December of 2022, I do believe. So, hell, I didn't have my laptop for a year, and went to a PC. Went and paid $1,000 for a pre-built gaming PC, but it had all the, the high processing. So, like I said, I'm running 3 monitors. I got a camera. I got microphone. I have all this stuff plugged into it, and I have no issues with it. I can stream from OBS to, I go to Restream. That's what I've been streaming on. That goes to Twitch and YouTube. And then I have window projection, which what you're seeing on OBS is like a window projection. So I'm, because of my camera being used for OBS, I have to do something so y'all can see me and not just a blank screen. Right. And the OBS and using TikTok, I do the same thing with my TikTok, like my verticals. I'll pop out a projection screen and then I'll do a virtual camera on my TikTok. So it's able to run all this. And hold on. I don't know. I can message and find out. Starts at 6. I'll message her in a minute. That's Palmer. Buddy mount. I don't know, Palmer, you coming to the wedding? I know I got you written down.
When's the wedding?
August 17th. He's a weekend warrior, so we'll find out.
I gotta put in for it. I'll be there.
We'll obviously have invitations we'll send out.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me be done with this and I'll message and find out. Yeah, fuck, my mind went blank. What was we talking about?
Talking about how you set up an OBS and all that.
What are we talking about? What am I talking about? Sorry.
Oh yeah.
See that? I hate that I'm this way. Man. Just sitting and talking. I said I enjoy talking. I enjoy doing this kind of thing. Sitting when I was by myself, the first 2 episodes that I'd done, I was like I'm not talking to somebody. So just talking to myself is kind of weird. And that's how you had to do with streaming. That's a huge sidetrack of what we're talking about, but getting used to just talking. So anybody starting out and they're like, well, nobody's in my stream. Well, what are you doing when nobody's in there? That's all it is. I mean, so that was a big thing that I had to learn, was the whole not shutting up, which, I mean, when I'm not streaming, I'm outside, I don't shut up. I'm annoying. So, but yeah, with the whole TikTok and OBS, everything running, this little PC, which is at Walmart, it's like an iBuyPower. And I know any PC nerd, elitist, whatever you want to call them out there, are going to be like, I don't know how to build it. I don't know how to build that shit. I can't tell you where the damn graphics card. I can tell you where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fans are because they're lit up with RGB on my PC. I can tell you. I think the RAM. I can see the RAM. But it's everything that I need just for streaming. Which I've streamed and played games on it, but I'm not a mouse and keyboard person. So plus, there's so many wires there's no cable management here. But yeah, you get you a good laptop, you get something that can, which you're not going to be able to, with a laptop, put out OBS and TikTok because of the processing that's on it. I think it's the encoder, but like what you done where you set up the camera on your face and you were talking and streaming, to YouTube or Twitch. You're still on Twitch, right? Still streaming Twitch.
Yeah.
Have you thought about going to YouTube?
Thought about it. Which, I don't want to be a naysayer. I hear about how hard it is to get a following on YouTube and how hard it is to actually start that back up.
Well, let me give you as somebody who's been posting since September on YouTube consistently. Okay, so I wanted to obviously expand my horizons and not just TikTok and Twitch, because I've been sitting at, I think I'm at 775 followers 777 followers on Twitch. I've been streaming on Twitch since 2021 consistently. I started posting shorts on YouTube in September and I'm at 775. September of last year. So not saying that that's for everybody, but when it comes to posting content, like obviously I've just started streaming. So I just posted on there and I just thought, okay, let me start multi-streaming over there. That Twitch hasn't went anywhere. Twitch has stayed 770, I think around 770 to 777 in the last 4 months. Actually, I can probably tell you. Oh no, I moved you. That's not the one I wanted to do. Let me do this real quick. I'll tell you how many followers I've gained in the last overview from September. But you can't see this, but September 1st to today, I've had 92 followers since September. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I come over to YouTube, I've had 109 subscribers in 28 days, if that tells you anything.
Damn.
So that's just 28 days. If I can come back to, I'm at 778 now, so I've actually surpassed my Twitch numbers. Let's do custom. So we're gonna go here. I don't want to change that. Let's go to what's September? What month is that? 9. Never mind. 9. Thanks to Daniel Tosh, my brain instantly goes 9/11. I know that's dark, but
Oh no, mine does the same thing.
that's the only way we know what it is. So in this time frame, which, like I said, I got the small screen pulled up on the OBS for people to see if they can see it. So in 164 days, September 1st to today, on Twitch, I've gained 92 followers. Technically subs or followers in YouTube. So in that same time frame, 533. That's the tremendous difference in the posting or whatever. For whatever reason, that obviously you have a wider, now getting people to come to the live, like once I start learning how to like call to actions and stuff to get people to come to the lives, that I might be getting my lives to go up more. I think I'm averaging like 1.5 concurrent viewers on my YouTube lives, which is what I'm usually averaging on Twitch right now. But the more it pushes out, the more it's going to, I can get more people. If I start learning to create content to say, hey, I'm going live and push out. So not saying you need to abandon Twitch, but obviously that's an option. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you never know. Because you can go to YouTube and just one video pop off. You know what I mean? You can put one video on there and, well, Twitch don't have that ability. They have, what I mean, you know how the algorithm, I say algorithm on Twitch is, but it's not really an algorithm. It's, hey, this person's playing Call of Duty. How many people are playing? Well, there's 40,000 people playing Call of Duty right now. I hate that whole you're playing an oversaturated game, because that's what a lot of people play. There's a lot more people playing other games rather than just Call of Duty. You make a fan base on Call of Duty and decide to go play MLB The Show, you know what you're not going to have? You're not going to have viewers from your Call of Duty fan base, So the whole playing oversaturated, every game's oversaturated because there are, let's do this. Let's go see how oversaturated all these damn games are. Go to browse and go to games. So Call of Duty Warzone's got 47,000 viewers right now. Mobile. No, that's just Modern Warfare 3. Never mind. I thought that said mobile. It's got 10,000 viewers, 24,000 on Apex, 221,000 viewers on Grand Theft Auto 5. So anything in the thousands, Modern Warfare 2 has 92 viewers. That's no longer that's no longer a saturated game is what they would call it. Madden's got 3,000 viewers, everything's oversaturated. Streaming is oversaturated in general. You got 10 million people streaming on Twitch. Once I was here, seeing those analytics, I'm like, I'm not getting that. I'm not going to get to that point, especially not on Twitch. You're not going to find, somebody's not going to just randomly find your page unless they're just on, for me, they're going to go to Call of Duty. They're going to come over here and they're going to do low to high views. And then they're going to sit there and scroll to see what, reading the titles, reading something and clicking on it. Be like, oh, I like this guy, follow, hang out, and then leave and may never actually come back. You know what I mean? So I don't hate on Twitch. Twitch is, what allowed me to get to where I'm at right now for everything when it comes to the content side of things, the streaming. But I think I've hit my peak here on Twitch. So Twitch may be back burner. I may just stay streaming on Twitch just because it's there, stay multi-streaming. But the focus ain't going to be on Twitch anymore. Obviously I'm going to be going to YouTube or going to TikTok. And someone's like, you can't do TikTok because you get banned for every small thing. Yeah, pretty much. Streaming on TikTok is such a temperamental thing. But if you want views on TikTok, if you instead, one day, instead of streaming to Twitch, do you have the, I don't know if it was you I sent the live studio?
Yeah, you sent me that.
Do that one day. Set your thing up for the compatibility mode and stream on that one day and look at the views different, how many people come in on that rather than Twitch. And once you start seeing those numbers, the difference in the numbers, your brain's going to be like, okay, do I want to stay at Twitch right now? Twitch is the overbearing parent that's always there. It's what got us started, but now we've got to get out. Yeah. You got to get out of their house. So Twitch got us started. There's some people who make it on Twitch, and that's fine. Good for them. It ain't working out for me. So.
Right. Yeah, I truly feel that way. I think, I'm pretty sure it was you and Jared talking about it last week, and you guys, or Jared was talking about how, Twitch was helping you get affiliated, and as soon as you got affiliated, it was cut off. There's no, oh cool, congratulations, you're affiliated now. Nothing. Yeah,
that's the view, and it's nothing toward Bud. I love him to death. He helped me get where, to get affiliated help. And at the time it was frustrating. And I say jealous. I was just upset because it's why are you coming in and helping me reach this point if you're not going to help me go further? Now I understand he's got his own shit he's got to do. He's wanting to do, the streaming. He's wanting to do, content and make it and do all this other stuff. I understand now that I can't be in your stream every single time you hit go live. Everybody that I want, I support you 100%. I do what I can. But at the end of the day, I can't do that all the time. I'm not a viewer. I'm a streamer, content creator. So yeah, it is. It's just one of those things that you have, and a lot of people are either going to, that's what's going to make or break them when it comes to that, because they're going to either understand that mindset, or they're just going to be pissed off at streaming and say, oh, that's pointless. There's no, and they'll go, trying to shut other people down, and you don't need, you can't be negative. You cannot go and be negative about this, because if it don't work for you, then it's not for you. It's, the mindset to be able to be like, hey, this ain't working for me. What can I do? Keep changing, because if you don't change what you're doing, it'll always stay, you'll always stay at one spot. So,
at the end of the day, I have a full-time job. I have a full-time job that, makes this, so this isn't like I'm trying to survive on this.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, yeah, this is my hobby. This is supposed to be fun. And I had to remind myself, and that's why I kind of stopped and took a break, because I got back into streaming in October, and there was a hard push in October where I was posting every single day, 2 clips a day, and I was trying to stream for, I was streaming 4-6 hours a day, and I was getting ticked off because I just wasn't, I was like, I'm putting all this effort into it, and it's nothing I seem to do is doing better. And then my buddy Mac, that I talked to a lot, was like, are you trying to do this until you can do this full time, or is it still your hobby? I was like, well, I can't quit my job. I'm in the military. I signed the contract, so I can't just be like, peace, and do this full time. And he's like, so stop. Take a break. Find your fire back to remember when this is fun. This is for you to play, not for, not to struggle and get pissed off every time you turn on your Xbox.
Is this guy a streamer or a gamer? Or is he, okay, so it's a fresh take on, does he stream?
He does stream, not that often though. He does stream though.
So see that he has that different mindset. He streams just to do it. It's the back burner. It's not something that we're really focused on. He's got, like you said, we have our jobs, we have our lives outside of this, so we can't just sit here and do this. If I quit my job right now and do this, guess what I'm losing? My house. This ain't paying the bills. The only thing that this has ever paid for is the stuff back into this. It's not gave me, it's paid a few bills before, because it's like, fuck, I can't pay this. Bing, Twitch sent you a payout $150. Pay the bill, So it's come through. I was able to pay something. The biggest thing I've gotten from this is actually being able to put my daughter's Vinemont softball team. There's going to be a massive banner hung up on the back of their field with Panda Gang supports Vinemont softball. That was a week. That's supposed to take until February 13th to do, and it took us a week to get it. So that was insane. So that's the biggest thing that's come out of this, is being able to put it out there for more people to see from streaming. Hell, I don't know. Everything that I've done has been to this. So there's no quitting. There's no quitting my day job. I'm going to be working 10 hours a day, walking 40 miles a week at my job over the week, and then coming back on the weekends early in the mornings until about 9-10 o'clock in the morning, either making content, where I used to stream Saturday, Sunday, Mondays. And it's like, well, fuck, I need to focus on actually putting out content. So I went back to 2 days. And then today, where normally it would be on Mondays, now my schedule is going to be based on, today is Sunday, you could do Saturday or Sunday. So we were able to, I moved my schedule around for this. So now this is all taking priority over my streaming. I'll still stream, but it's not going to be the priority anymore, because like I said, I enjoy doing this stuff. I would love to. Do you know how great it would be to just sit here all day? 4 days a week stream, 2 days a week post, editing, doing content, doing all that shit, and being home all day. Do you know the life? Do you know how my mental health would be? I'm not. If I can just sit here and I type in a few words and a post on fucking Twitter gets, millions of views and that pays my light bill, do you know how great that would be?
Yeah.
But realistic standards, I'm not at this level and most likely probably won't be. I'm okay with that. I'm just go for the lottery now.
I think about that all the time. Especially, it's funny. Going back to my civilian job, going out being a police officer or sheriff's deputy, right? Every day we're like, damn, there's got to be a better way to make money, And I love it, and I don't do it for the money, obviously, because I do something else. But the hard times, and I say the hard times, the calls that are like, it's either like you're dealing with a Karen, or if you go the opposite spectrum and you're dealing with like some trauma stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like trauma-inducing, like nightmare-inducing stuff. Afterwards, you're like, damn, I wish I could do this. Like I wish I could just go game full time.
Yeah. So like with you, like you also, you got to be in a good mental space because I'm pretty sure you've seen some shit that people can't even think of, seeing or dealing with, because you have to deal with the literal public. And like you said, Karen's is one thing, but you got to go to the darker end of the spectrum of what you have to deal with. So your mental health has got to be top notch. Because if not, shit goes sideways for you. A lot of y'all will go sideways quick. So for me, what the hell is she doing? For me, like obviously I'm not in that, but mental health is obviously a big thing. Doing this makes me forget about everything. Even if it's just for like, a few hours. You sitting, you doing your streaming, if you're, obviously you're doing it at Aniston or whatever it is you're doing, you're not thinking about that class over there. You're not thinking about, all this stuff you've seen and dealt with. So your brain is actually keeping you from going to a darker place. That is your mental back room, basically, to get away from all of it. And whether or not some people believe in it, that shit actually helps. You've got to find something to give your head a moment, a break, and stop and not think about that shit, because I couldn't do it. But then I say I couldn't do it. I have very dark humor, and I'm pretty sure everybody you work with is the same. There was a damn story I seen. It was a joke, really, that there were medical personnel coming to a suicide victim. He was up somewhere, he parked his car, whatever, took a shotgun, shot himself in the head. The guy walked up and he's like, they're checking the body, checking for like an ID card to find out who it is. And they pick it up and they hand it to whoever's the superior in this situation, and they hand it to him and they're like, is this him? And he looks at it, puts his thumb over the guy's head and goes, it looks like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my kind of humor. That shit makes me laugh. And you can't be, you got to be serious about it, but you got to know that if you can't separate, and make that joke, it actually helps. Well, a lot of people are like, that's not right. No, it's not from civilian looking in. But I'm pretty sure, I'm not asking you to tell me these things, but you've had those moments where you've got to break away from it. You know what I mean? Like you've seen some shit that you've got to just not think about.
Yeah. Actually, and this is, so I said like I volunteer a lot for like military orders.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on these. I'm not sure if you heard, it was kind of all over the news back in September, where a Coleman County deputy offed his girlfriend and then himself.
You talking about they were down at the beach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my best friend.
The guy or the girl?
The guy.
Okay.
And he was my work partner. When I moved into where I live at, I don't, I live in Hayden. I don't know anybody here. It's just far enough away from home that I don't hang out with any of my friends from home, right?
Yeah.
And I came to the shift, and he was like, we're talking about where we lived, and found out that he lives like a mile away from me. So, and that was 2 years ago. So we became, best friends. We went like fishing together, hung out, worked on motorcycles together, stuff like that. So back in September, I was in a bad. I had to leave, to get away from the sheriff's office for a while. So I volunteered for these orders that I'm on, and that's probably the darkest. And so I fall back on is when I started streaming and stuff like that. It was helping. I was playing a lot more games, and I was helping me escape for a little bit the reality. But you gotta gaming helps and streaming helps, and yeah. So I don't know where I was going with that.
No. Like, it's good because you
the trauma side. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you dude, if you ever need to talk outside of this, like if you don't want to share it on here and you just want to talk outside of it, I may not know what to say, but I'll sit there and let you get, because there's some shit if you need to get off your chest and you need to talk about. I don't tell anybody. I might talk to wifey about it, but she's not. We're not going to go around running our mouth about, oh, did you hear about so and so, Yeah. But if you ever need to talk about anything, you let me know. If you don't feel like talking, you just want to text it, have at it. I'll 100% sit there and give you the best advice that I can give you as somebody younger than you, but like from somebody who's, and it's not the same. I went through a dark spot in high school, but that was high school. That was being made fun of for weight and all this other shit. That's nothing compared. And I'm not comparing it. Everybody, so that was a, thing for me. And I had to learn how to read, to talk about things. I had people to talk to, but I didn't feel like anybody would understand what I was going through. So I didn't talk to anybody. I dealt with this shit myself, which I don't recommend doing. It's just not now I just don't take shit seriously at all anymore. I laugh. I mean, other than wedding, I take that serious. But yeah, no, if you need to talk about anything, just let me know. Cause I mean, it is a big thing. And I'm pretty sure that dude that you were, which I don't know the whole story. I just heard about what had happened. You're best friends with a guy and he goes and does shit like that. Cause you're like, what caused it, or what you could have done that could have kept that from happening, Yeah. And there's nothing you could have done. If you can't control what people are going to, you can sit and talk about it, but it's not going to.
Yeah.
So let's get off the dark shit. Let's talk about rabbits or something. Goddamn. If you need to talk about something, obviously you got a little too real there for a moment. Let me finish my water. But yeah.
So let's talk about annoying shit. I don't know if you tried this, the Warzone ranked. So I got two people I play with consistently, and it's funny because we met on the game, but they're both from Birmingham area, so we're not that far. We actually went out. We hang outside now, outside of the game, and but we've been trying to grind it out. Because on the last game, we all got up to like plat and diamond and ranking on Warzone.
Yeah.
Warzone rank, whatever. So we're trying to grind it out. Warzone rank just came out 3 days ago. Maybe 4 days ago, something like that. Anyways, so we're playing, and that is the most frustrating thing I've done in a while. We're all like ranked gold right now, right? We're trying to bust in the plat, and we're not close enough. But last night, the lobbies, everyone that was killing us was like diamond level and above, and it doesn't understand, like SBMM was not working. We're playing like 4 KD people, and all of us are like, casual like 1 KD people getting shit on, and like so. I don't know if you played Warzone ranked. Have you played any of the ranking? Like any ranking?
I don't play multiplayer ranked because they don't allow the crossbow. I've not tried multiplayer Warzone ranked.
Okay, so pretty much you, especially so when you start out bronze, because you start at bronze, silver, gold, and then plat, and then go up to, like diamond, I think, crimson, and then iridescent, and then top 250 or whatever. But every time you go up to the next level, you have to pay to play, right? So you get SR, not money, but you pay like SR points, right? So the level up, you get SR points. You start out bronze, you start out 0, and everything you do in the game, like kills, placement, stuff like that, right? They give you, like say you get like 2 SR per kill on bronze level. Now it goes up the higher ranking you go,
Yeah.
so it's sustainable, right? But you build a good amount of SR points through your bronze and silver, right? Well, once you get into gold, you start out paying -20, or you pay 28 SR to get into the game, right? So we have to do just as if it was just kills, right? Which kills I think are 3. I think it's 3 SR right now, because of my level.
Yeah.
So if I was just to go on kills, just to get even, not even to go up, right? I have to get 10 kills. All right, that's So we and then you also get points for, I think you get one point for if your teammate gets a kill, or if you get an assist, right?
Yeah.
So like if you're shooting at someone and then someone else kills them. So you see, like, I mean, so it's frustrating because you start out negative. It makes it, you want to do better, right? So you start out negative, and then you fight just to get even, and then obviously placement and stuff like that, you go up. Well, we were playing last night, and we're playing in these lobbies that, like, these guys, I'm like, this guy's movement is insane, and it just kept happening. I'm like, this is like across the board. It's not like one guy we're running into. We're running into all these people,
Yeah.
and we have to start to look these people up, and they're way high, like way above our skill level, and we ended up, like, I almost got demoted because, like I said, you start out -28, right?
Yeah.
So say you don't make that quota at the end of the game, they take whatever's left out of your SR bank. And I almost got demoted back to silver because it was just
So
ridiculous.
to play, once you get out of silver, you have to actually use your points to play again.
Yeah.
That's dumb. I won't make it past silver.
But if you think about it, it makes it more challenging, I guess.
Yeah.
So I like a challenge, and I like now it's on Rebirth, right? So not Rebirth Island, but like it's a resurgence.
Resurgence. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's if I played a regular resurgence, I could play a regular resurgence and get like 5-6 wins in a row, and I don't feel the same if I get one ranked win, because you grinded that much more,
Yeah.
So I've come to find out that I like Warzone ranked better because it makes me want to be better.
Makes you
like,
better.
It makes me like, and not even skill wise. It's just like I feel like I put more time or more quality into something than if I just sat all night playing games, because I'm like you. It's not easy, but my win KD is above positive.
Yeah.
It's above a 1. It's like I'm almost at a 2 win KD. My kill KD, actual KD's still positive, but it's not nearly that. But it's easy. The game's easy to play. So Warzone ranked makes it, and I'm sure ranked multiplayer ranked the same, but I don't like it because I don't play with anybody that plays.
Yeah.
You gotta have a dedicated team, or it's not gonna be that good. But Warzone ranked, I play with a lot of people that play Warzone, and if we play, so it's trios. It's always trios, and our trio, we've been playing together for a while, and it feels like we've been through the grinder together, and it makes it like it's like we're trauma bonding over a game. but it's so much more satisfying when we trauma bond over something like that. And actual, we got one dub last night, and I was like, man, this is great. Like, I'm all like cheering, and my kids run out and like, did you do good, Dad? I'm like, yeah, we won. You know.
I did good,
So-
child. Yes. So here's this is the big thing when it comes to playing ranked for me. Do they have weapon restrictions in Warzone ranked?
They do, but I don't think it. Now, obviously, I don't use the crossbow, so I didn't look for that. But I know that so it's probably the explosive bolt probably out. I think. But I know that like the right shield, you can't use the right shield. And you can't use any automatic shotgun that has the fire rounds.
Yeah.
You can. There's an automatic shotgun that has slug rounds you can use, which I don't. I'm running AR with SMG or SMG with sniper, one of the two. And there's like certain attachments that you can't. But it's like all the stuff that makes it like super, that makes it easier, I guess. You can't.
Yeah.
So.
Well, then why are they taking the crossbow out? Like this.
I don't know. Like
restricted
I was
weapons.
with you when they nerfed that. I was blown away. I was like, it's already a hard weapon to use. Like you gotta be able to hit your shot. Yeah, I believe. So you and I are like two different schools of thought for gaming.
Yeah.
For Call of Duty, you are a accurate MFer, right? You can hit a headshot from cross map, no problem, and like duck and run away. I believe in volume over accuracy. If I send 100 bullets down,
you're gonna hit. You're one of them gonna
hit them. So, which I recently tried to like pull out a sniper and hit some clips, and I found out I can, but it's not nearly as good as or as much as when I'm running around with an AR or sniper.
Yeah.
I mean AR or SMG.
Like I said, I'm kind of I'm a one-trick pony. I enjoy playing a certain way, have my own style of gameplay, and it's not, people don't like it in ranked. I jumped into ranked before with a sniper and something else, like a multiplayer, and it pissed people off because I wasn't playing the objective. And then it just became joining ranked just to piss off people who are trying to play ranked. So I don't know if you know this, but it's super easy to piss off a Call of Duty main, like somebody who constantly plays Call of Duty, who takes it too seriously. It's so easy to trigger them. Case in point, me saying something about using full autos. It's all it takes. If I'm having a bad day, I'm going to be like, dude, you're ass. And me being 1 in 9 in search and destroy, but I'm calling these people ass, and they get fired up about it, and it's hilarious to me. So this ain't even showing anything. I've got ads now. Sports Skeeta, the hell is whatever. I'll find out. But yeah, man, I'll find out if it's. I'll be on tomorrow. I'll try to get some. I'll check it tomorrow and see how. I'll say tomorrow. This comes out on Friday, so it'll be fucking hell. What's Friday? The 16th. Oh, this will drop on my 5-year anniversary. Look at that.
Oh, heck yeah.
So. But yeah, man, it's hard to venture out and do other things because I can. I've off stream. I've jumped on and just run like the MCW and just search and destroy 10, 15 kills. I know that I can play, but it's when it comes to streaming, it's just like I don't want to do that. I don't want to be known as a guy running, sliding, and doing. I want to do my own thing. So obviously it's going to take me longer to build the following because of what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. And the clips I post aren't, if you sit through a stream before, you know that the clips that I'm posting are only just a smidgen of what actually happens during the stream, from hitting shots or whatever. If I don't feel like it's a good shot, or I'll sit there and I'll save it. And then when I'm actually putting them on my phone or doing whatever to edit, it's like, I don't like that one. I delete it. So where I'm hitting 100 shots in a day, I'm only posting 3 to 4 of those, because I feel like those are the best ones for me personally. That's why I always say, hey, if you want to see what happens, if you want to actually see what really goes on, come into the streams. But
do you post now when, like you say, you post those 3 to 4 shots or whatever? Do you put them all in one clip, or do you like
one clip?
Spread it out.
Spread it out.
Clip? Okay.
And that's people go, it's just one shot. Because I put something and some guy goes, it's just one shot. Yeah. It's a 10, 15 second clip is what I've always done. I'm not going to follow the multi-clips, multi-shots, because the more especially on like with YouTube now, 10, 15 second clip is averaging, let's see, what's the average right now? Come back to the last 7 days. The last 7 days, it was a Warzone clip actually that got, 2.4K views. So posting shorts, people aren't wanting, nobody wants to sit on TikTok and watch a 5-minute video montage. That's what YouTube is for. YouTube Shorts is for this reason. It's for smaller clips, smaller content. So people are like, okay, this is what he's doing. Let me go see what else he's doing. They hit that sub button, it pops up. Oh, here's another one. Oh, here's another. It's not meant for you to just sit and watch a full, 5 or 6 shots. I don't know about you, but it's my attention span on TikTok and shorts. It's like, that video's, obviously if it's a comedian or something, if it's not gameplay wise and it's a lot of shots, or if it's somebody I know, if it's somebody I know, I'm gonna sit and watch it. But if it's somebody I don't know and it's just like, okay, you're doing the same thing that I've seen on 40 different other, TikToks or shorts, where you're running around with the MCW slide and getting multiple kills, and it's like, to me, is unimpressive. You're running around with a sniper hitting, quick scopes. Okay, that's great. You're hitting no scopes. That's great. Those, I'd rather see those than, the other sliding shit. But, I'll see one shot and be like, that's badass, and go about my day instead of watching every single one of them. And because of that, I think the month of December, was it December? I was posting all the videos that I was posting within like a few days of each other, or like 4 or 5 a day, just to put them on TikTok, just to get views. And I think I ended up with like 100K views in a month on TikTok, just posting 4 to 5 a day. So, and one or two of them will catch a lucky break and hit 1,000 views, or one might hit 5,000 views, and it's like, okay, but those make up for the little small ones throughout the day. Yeah. So, but now, man, it's we're pushing an hour and 20. I don't know how much longer.
Okay, my bad.
No, you good. That's what I'm saying. It's all the time as much time we got, but I know she wants me to get ready for Super Bowl. I think she wants to watch the game. I don't like the teams. I'm a Ravens fan, so I'm a little butthurt about the game. Lamar did not play Lamar football. They did not allow him to run. They told him to pass the whole time. He did not play the same way like he did against whoever the fuck they played beforehand. Wasn't the same team. Anybody who watches football knows that was not the same Ravens team, especially throughout this year. They may not have had a lot of close games. Defense played, but when Lamar was in the pocket and a spot opened up, he would dart. If he didn't have somebody in like 2-3 seconds, he stayed in the pocket. He only had like 6 rushes for like 40, 50 yards. That's not Lamar, Yeah. So, not saying that they paid off the coordinators, but I wouldn't put it past them. The guy had that Swifty money.
My team is in the rebuilding phase. I'm a Patriots fan, so.
Oh God, you go through. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, dude, that's.
Before anybody says anything, I'm not a BandWagon fan. I was my first outfit ever as a baby, like coming home outfit, was a Patriots shirt. I was born in Boston. So
You were a Patriot out the sack, is what you're saying.
I'm a damn Yankee. Yeah.
Which always makes me wonder how you ended up from up there down there in our little ass fucking town.
Word of mouth. That's all that was. So my dad, he works construction. He's a project manager for a construction company. Been in that kind of line since I was born, right? And he was talking about how where we were living was actually at that time when I moved to Alabama, we were living in Florida. We moved around for jobs, but at the time it was just bad, like really really bad. People were like getting shot, stabbed, beat up every single day, and I worked we lived in like a decent city, but like it just wasn't the time to be in Florida. And one of the guys was talking about Alabama, how Double Springs was, pretty much like any kind of country music song, of a small town. That's
One red
Double
light
Springs.
town, yeah.
Yeah. And so my dad was like, well, screw it. Let's just see. And that's how it ended up.
That's how you ended
up. 8th grade, and so.
And now our education suffered. Europe. Did you ever get, when you graduated, did they give you the little wallet size diploma?
Yeah.
Yeah, I threw mine away. Wifey made fun of me for it. I threw mine away, I think.
I don't have that. I don't have any of my stuff. Like, people from like that area come across my feed, and I'm like, oh my god.
It's some people. Some people you grew up with. You're like, that's.
Yeah.
I know. I'm friends with a few people that I went to school with. Other than that, I don't talk to anybody. I wasn't a part of that group. I had my friends, and that was it.
I was lucky. I played sports. My family knew some people when we moved in, and like because of that, I was accepted pretty readily, I guess. But I'd hate to be an outsider in that town. Like
outsider, hell, if you didn't have money in that damn town.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing. Like that was if you didn't have the name or money, like that was a big separate. But hell, I may have stayed home my whole life, but I think I had more fun than the people who had to live up to their name than money. So, but yeah, man, that's always something I've always wondered. Like a lot of people that I've seen, I don't know if there was a girl in y'all's class or she was above you. There was a girl like from another country. Can't think. I think she was in y'all's grade. I don't know, but she was like from God knows where else overseas, and she ended up in Double Springs. Her name started with an I.
Oh, she was she was in the class above me. Yeah.
It's like
She was,
I can understand if you're from Mississippi, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida. Like, okay, you might find how the fuck do you end up of all places in Double Springs? Because it's they have their ways that they're set in, and they aren't moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's life is it's funny. Life is funny. But no, man, yeah, I'm glad I finally got it. My big thing getting out was some issues that occurred. We found out about some shit that happened, which I can tell you off of this because it's.
Yeah. I
wouldn't have been here had it not been for, me staying level-headed about certain shit. But it involved my child. I'll just put it that way.
I think you and I had some very similar. We'll talk about it off, but I'm pretty sure you and I had some pretty similar experiences with, let's just say the birth giver.
Oh no, this has nothing to do with that. I mean, we do have similar experiences.
Yeah.
But what happened with that, the egg donor, was nothing compared to what I found out. Like.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it gets me a little. Anyway, dark shit. I'll tell you off. But no, man. Hell, we've been going. It's 1:30, an hour and 30. But well, for whatever reason, these recordings, like I'd done a small reaction to a video just a few minutes ago. 9 minutes long, 19 gig, and I don't know why. So I don't know why it. Get it Why the hell is it brighter in this room now? Anyway.
You're a ray of sunshine.
I mean, I know I got a window. Oh, we took the blinds off. That's what it is. We pulled these blinds off. That makes sense. I was just noticing everything was a lot brighter behind me. But no, man, do you have anything you're working on that you want to talk about, like your content wise? Anything you want to end this with?
Just if you're gonna come follow, if you're gonna come hang out for a minute, expect a lot of search and destroy. Not so much Warzone anymore. Search and destroy was my first love, and it will always be my heart. So it's not the typical Warzone content, but I'm gonna get back into it and post every now, or start posting more. But can definitely be more multiplayer. Like I said, I'm just not a Warzone guy anymore.
So I'll get your like on Discord. Just shoot me all your social links, and I'll put them at the bottom of this. Okay. Yeah, man. I've enjoyed it. It's good. Just that's what I said. I like just sitting here, just talking. It's a good thing.
We're catching up,
Exactly. And then, hell, if I ever need a spot fill in, if you ever want to come back on, just let me know. If I have it, it's like, hey, I ain't got nobody for this week coming up. If you want to come back on, I'll let you know, and we can make a date. So.
All right, sounds good.
But I appreciate it, man. I hope you have a good day, and we'll talk soon.
All right, bud. We're catching up.
You too.
All right.
Whoops, I got off that quick. Anyway, we're out. I appreciate you guys. That was Palmer. All his shit will be down below. Like I said, I think I talked majority of that hour. But I don't actually have a spot for my sponsored by today, so we're going to put it at the end of this video. Or at the beginning. We may put it at the beginning. I'll put it at the beginning. Guys, if you enjoy this, we've got 4 other episodes behind this one. So if you want to go to, you'll notice in the first guest one with my brother, it was real audio issues. But we've progressed and we've gotten better from that. However, if you enjoy this, please hit that like, share, comment, subscribe, turn those notifications on. Something that you can, know when these go posting. They're going to be posting on Fridays now. I may post them early in the mornings, but that's the plan. That's our goal. And we're out. Have a good day, guys. I'll see y'all next time.